Hey YouTube, Gemini5280 here with the 9th, which I thought was the 10th, Denver International Airport update. So, when I designed this update and planned for it, I thought that I was on number 10, but I'm actually on number 9. So this is a very special update, which we'll get to in just one second. So this is our 10th update. Next week we'll have the 9th in place of it, just because, so that'll be a regular update, and then we'll catch on to our 11th the following week after that, or whenever the next Denver slot is. I am back to the first airport update setting. This is on my Great Lakes map, my first Denver airport update. For those of you that have followed me for a while would know that this was how it was laid out. So I added some aircraft, I added some new modern aircraft that I have gotten since then to make the airport look a little more full, and it's very full now. But there are over 20 original aircraft with their original update flights and flight numbers. So I gave all my aircraft have flight numbers in this update. I don't usually do that, but I added that in just as a little added feature. So I originally did start with the British Airways 744, which is right here. So we're going to start off with the British Airways 747-400. There were no planes. So if you see the British 747 and the United 767, there were no planes this way, and there were a couple empty gates on the other side, but there were no planes to the left of the BA 747. So that's pretty much what I've added in, and then I moved one aircraft, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. And another trivia before we start: if you can tell me the two models that have been repaired since and are back in this update that you haven't seen in a while, I will give you a shout out in my next video, which I'll get to what that will be at the end. Sorry, I'm just fixing a plane. But if you can do that, it will be very easy if you follow me on my Instagram to know, because I've had 2 posts about each of them. So that is not cheating. If you follow me on Instagram, post it. It's a very easy shout out for you guys. But those of you that are watching very closely will probably be able to notice. I've been talking for 2 minutes. Let's get going. We're going to start off with our British Airways Boeing 747-400, getting fuel and boarding soon and will operate flight 218 to London Heathrow. For that, this was one of the models that was shifted with the American 737-800s down there. We have our Shuttle America DBA Delta connection pushing back as flight 5744 to Seattle, Tacoma. That we have our Delta A320 getting passengers on, and it will do flight 1610 to Detroit. That we have a Delta MD-90 passengers off from Minneapolis St. Paul turn. Came in as flight 1140 and will head out as flight 162. That would be Delta Boeing 747-200 SkyTeam colors, just in from Atlanta as Delta 1916. And over here, just about final boarding call, getting some final catering, it'll push back soon as flight 1382 to Atlanta. For that, we have a Frontier A320 operating flight 575 to Salt Lake City. Next up, we have a JetBlue A320 Blueberries boarding as flight 494 to Boston. Next up, we have a GoJet DBA United Express Series 700. This is a new model for this update. This was not in the original. Came in as flight, forgot the number, but it came in from Albuquerque, and we'll head out to, we'll say, Portland later. That we have a United 737-900ER boarding soon. Just got towed over from the International Arrivals Gate, or Concourse A, as flight 111, just got towed over, came in as flight 1119 from Cancun. It's going to head back out there. After that, we have United A319, headed due flight 453 to Boise, original route. These are all original routes except, most of them are original. Next up, we have another United A319 pulling in as flight 677 from Atlanta. That we have United 757-200 came in as it will do flight 257 to San Francisco. After that, our United 767-300 do flight 1874 to Houston Intercontinental. For that, we have a new model into this that was not in the original, and now we're getting out of our original models. There's only 2 left, I think. Boeing's United 787-8 boarding as Flight 139 to Tokyo Narita. After that, we have about to get towed back to the Concourse B. We have a United 737-800. Came in as Flight 1944 to Puerto Vallarta. On the taxi, we have a Delta A319 taxiing in as Flight 2818 from Salt Lake City. And now we're moved to our Concourse T8 Great Lakes, which is serving as a Concourse A/C here at Denver. We have a empty Southwest gate on the end. Then we have a Southwest 737-700 new colors boarding Flight 2586 to Houston Hobby. After that, we have a Frontier 320 with Sharklets passengers off. Came in as Flight 793 from Portland. We'll head out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. After that, we have a Spirit A319 in the new colors resting. We'll head out soon to Minneapolis, St. Paul's Flight 382. After that, we have an Compass as American Eagle E175 boarding and catering to LAX's Flight 5977. After that, we have an American MD-80 pushing soon. It's ready to push back out as Flight 2303 to Chicago O'Hare. After that, we have an American A321 past U.S. Airways boarding as Flight 1782 to Charlotte Douglas, and it came in from Phoenix Sky Harbor or PHX Aviation's airport. And then after that, we have an original update aircraft. This is the only American in the original update, and it was right over here. But I moved it over here to make it more realistic. Passengers just are deboarding. It came in as Flight 1569 from Dallas-Fort Worth. Now we'll go back to our main concourse here for the last 2 aircraft. We have a Virgin America A320 boarding and bags. I'll do Flight 718 to San Francisco. I made that up. For that, we have a Volaris A320 pulling in as Flight 986 from Guadalajara, Mexico. And last but not least on the Concourse A, we have our Lufthansa 747-400. Final boarding call is Flight 447 to Frankfurt, Germany. Now, one of our last original models in the update, we have our Alaska 737-900ER taxiing out as Flight 791 to Portland. That is not a real route that Alaska does, but that's the route I had. After that, we have our Southwest 737-700. This is another original model in the canyon blue colors, taxiing out as Flight 2874 to Baltimore, Washington. After that, we have our United A320 holding short as Flight 209 to Washington Dulles. It's another original model in the original place. And then our original Hawaii route for the first update was United 757-300, lining up as Flight 328 to Honolulu as a sub for a 752. And our last model in the update, taxiing off the runway, we have a Southwest 737-300, came as Flight 50 from Dallas. And this was not an original model. Alright, thanks for watching. This one's a lot quicker than most of our Denver updates because it's so much smaller. Let me know what you think about the special update. I always have on the 10, I'll always have something special. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on. Don't know how far I'll get, but we'll always have something special in the updates, as well as 25, probably something. So let me know what you think of the significance of the cool update. Check out my Models by Aircraft series. I have, I think, 7 videos now, and they're all up. And then the Models by Airline, I said aircraft, right? Yes, aircraft is up. Airline will be starting soon. Post a comment down below for the airline you would like to see. To guess what was significant about this update, that it was the same as my first. RSW Traveler was the only one to guess it, so check out his channel and Instagram. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, make sure to let me know if you knew with the two models that had just been repaired and are back in the update. If you know what those two are, post down in the comments below. And then I have a little, I'm starting a new airport. This will alternate when the, what's it called? Evergreen Peaks slot. So that is following Denver. So this week we'll have the new airport. I'm going to give you some hints. It is located in southern Florida. It is north of Fort Lauderdale and Miami. It has, the name has to do with the trees you see in Florida and the beaches. So if you can name that, you'll get a shout out in the inaugural update for it. I'm working on it and it's just about finished. This is a map that I made myself. I drew out all the gates and taxiways and stuff like that, so this is all by me. So we'll see that update on Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you like what you saw. There was one new model that I got. I did not have a guessing for this one. It was an American Eagle E145. So that is a new model you will see in the new airport update. It will serve all airports but Denver, because Denver does not get the E145. If it does, it will probably do, if it does come in, it'll do a route to Pinehurst, Salem. So let me know what you think about that. Yeah, make sure to guess the airport and post the 2 new models, as well as, I think that's it. Check out our RHW Travelers channel. We're getting past 10 minutes now, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next update.